Okay, people, we're back. We're back. We're back. Let's do this shit. Did we send out that prompt? Did we? I don't know. Let's see. Can't remember if I did or not. Okay, yeah. So cursor execute many insert into. Does this internally function like a for loop wherein data list consists of x, y? If there are 10 elements, yeah, okay, we already looked at that. Yes, execute many internally works like a loop, but it's optimized. So yeah, we're replacing the these 4 executions with one execute many, which is going to optimize this process. So we say execute many, insert into save data table, and then we're going to put values question mark end quote comma, and then the list. So we would have to have them in a list. Or a tuple. Can we just like make a tuple on the spot? I mean, it would be better to not do that. It would be better to just do we'd have a like commit tuple, which would equal, you know, serialized data 1, serialized data 2, serialized data 3. Then we would have 1075. So then we would say commit tuple. What happened to my? There it is. So we're gonna put the commit tuple right here. We're just gonna say bam, commit tuple, cursor execute many, insert into save data values, and then commit tuple. Just at that point. Okay, so let's go ahead and comment these dudes out and see if this works. So now we're we create this commit tuple. Serialized data 1, serialized data 2, serialized data 3, 1075. Out and see if this works. And now we're whoa, man! Somebody showing some skin, man. Lean beef patty. Lean beef patty showing some skin today. Alright. Yeah, let's okay. So now we're going to try this execute many, and we're going to have to delete this save file. And let's run it and see if this works. Correct number of bindings supplied. The current statement uses 2, and there are 24 supplied. Okay, so they have to be tuples. It'd be like data 1, So this is our. Let me change this. Data 2, and this is serialized data 2. We have this one's gonna be data 3, serialized data 3, and then we have this one should be a tuple consisting of score 1075 yellow, there we go. So we have tuples here. So let's try this. There we go. Okay, so it did it. And to see if it actually worked, oh yeah, and can you select a database row that has yet to have been? You know what I'm saying? Yes, XQ may internally works exactly what is optimized, blah blah blah. So, well, I guess we'll figure that out, right? We'll try. What else did we want to do here? Okay, so now we want to select. So we have in clause with tuple works like this. What do we ask about in? Select the table where condition in. Okay. In clause with tuple works like this. ID is equals 1, 2, 3. And it says cursor execute select all from table where ID in is where is it kind of saying where the data, the primary key is equal to this ID? Oh, so in is going to be like some iterable, right? Gotcha. In IDs. Effectively becomes select from table where ID in 1, 2, 3. It matches any row where ID equals any of the values to. I think I understand what they. I think I understand. They mean any of the tuples, meaning 1, 2, or 3. Any of those values, 1, 2, or 3. Then we have yes. Fetch all retrieves all rows from the last query. All rows from the last query. So cursor executes select all from table, and then results equals cursor.fetch all, and that returns a list of tuples, 1 per row. Results equals cursor fetch all, return a list of tuples, 1 per row. Got you. And the tuple is a row, and each element is a column, is the field associated with that column. So it's like a, right, okay. So it returns a list of tuples. Gotcha. So execute, or fetch all rather, returns a list of all the rows from the last query. From the last query. So that doesn't mean like if you did fetch all and then fetch one and then you fetched or then you like summon the data that you fetched, it would only summon the most recent fetch call. So you can call fetch twice and it will only return the data from the final fetch. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the update syntax is cursor.execute update table set column equals the value you're setting it to, where primary key is equal to whatever primary key. That IGG. Let me. Oh man. All right, so what are we doing here? We're doing so there's going to be update versus so we're going to update save data and we're going to set the column being value equal to blank where ID is equal to blank. Oh no, this is not ID, this is going to be object name. And then new value ID. No, this is going to be okay, yeah, we do have to have a new value. So we just say new value equals 1200. This would just be like a new score or whatever. And then the object name is going to be p1.score. So is this correct here? Update this table, set this column value equal to blank where primary key object name is equal to blank. And then we close quotes, comma, then we open parentheses to pass in the quote-unquote parameters. New value, which would correspond to this, and then the P1 score string would correspond to the object name parameter, and that should allow us to update it, right? So let's get rid of the DB file. Try this again. Data equals cursor fetch 1 at 0. None type. What is this? Line 56? What are you doing, man? What are you
feeling angry, humiliated? Is that it?
Oh, god damn. He is. index.
Don't worry, I will teach you a better taste just as you have taught me. Me, a warrior elite. In my fingertips I hold the power
It
to
says
destroy entire
so that means it's fetching, it's not returning anything. That means
and on my shoulders rest
there
the
isn't
glory of an ancient warrior race.
it isn't in the database. Sure. So where do we? Oh, so this is just an update. So you can actually run an update without it actually. Oh, you know what I noticed? It's oh yeah, we're not actually checking this. We have to say data equals dumbass. And then we need to print data.
It is time to take back what is mine. I will not live my life as your second. That time is over. Every breath you take is an assault to my
Insert
honor.
into save data.
But no more, Kakarot. By my hand, you will be cut down equally.
So P1 score has not actually been inserted, but you can do an update. It doesn't throw an error. Shouldn't it throw an error though? You feel what I'm saying, bro? Was it not deleted? Run it. Run that shit, cuz. Run that shit, cuz. Okay, there we go. WAL and 1. Okay, so 1 is normal, 0 would be full, and 2 would be like off. So it's correctly set to 1, correctly set to WAL. So that's great. And now we have, what do we have here? Type error, non-type objects is not subscriptable. I'm sorry. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Here we go. Fucking brain dead idiot over here, alright. But I am confused because it wasn't throwing an error. Shouldn't it throw an error if you update a value that doesn't exist? Isn't that like the whole point? Did it, and it worked. But if we run this again, it's gonna get an error at line 43 because this is so it throws an error if you insert on a pre-existing entry, but it doesn't throw an error if you update on a this is 56. Oh no, it just doesn't work. It doesn't throw an error, but it just doesn't work. I confused. Okay. Let me verify I understand this correctly. So when you use update but haven't used insert to create a row, it doesn't throw an error. But when you try to fetch the updated data, it returns none. Okay, what else did I not test yet? We had execute many. We tested execute many. Okay. And that one you use a iterable. Okay. Yes, you use an iterable, and it's basically like a execute many is basically a built-in for loop. And we have the in clause with the tuple. That's the same thing as execute. Well, no, sorry. This is to select many, and then you would use fetch all. So you can select many, fetch all, and this selects many. You're selecting all from the table where the primary key is in the list of keys. And all it will return a tuple consisting of all columns associated with said. It will return the entire row associated with said primary key. I understand this, baby. I understand. Okay. Select from table. Da, 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 da. Okay, gotcha. We didn't test that though. Let's test this. Test it. Okay, what are we doing here? Cursor execute. Select. Alright, so we're gonna do select all from save data where ID is in, and we'll just ID we're using name is in this, and we're gonna have a list. We'll just say object name equals. We'll make it a tuple. Tuples are more efficient. So we're gonna have data, comma, and then we're just gonna data 2, data 3, then P1 score. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we can get rid of this. We're going to enable this. Yeah, because it has to be inserted first, baby. And we could do execute many, actually. So here's what we'll do. We'll move this below that. Ooh, you know it's heavy when they start speaking back. So this creates the table, blah, blah, blah. Now we have the singular insert, but then we have, where is it? Any insert into, okay, so we're gonna do this up here. There you go. So we're gonna use execute many, and then so we'll put a little note here that says below section individual inserts, and then we have the execute many inserts. Yeah. Where's my divs at? I need them. Give me a div. Where are they at? Give me that shit, cuz. Give me that shit, cuz. I gotta div it out. It's stressing me out. It's giving me anxiety. Like, insert method number 2. There we go. So that's our 2 insert methods. That new value 1200, and this is just a test update. Okay, so we're selecting all. We're gonna use. We're testing how to get that nice and prettied up because it was looking ugly there. Now everything's nice and beautiful. It don't matter. Okay, create save with save data. So that's individual inserts. Then we have execute many inserts. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. So we have the commit tuple. Now we're inserting all these different data points into the database using execute many, and then we're not testing update right now. We're using method number 2. We're gonna select all. That's what we're testing right now. So these 3 will be, I don't know why it didn't. These 3 will be commented out. We have select method number 2, which is select all from what we're testing right now. So we got the object name tuple. It's going to be the primary key of each associated with each row in the database. As you can see right here, this is the so the first one is going to be object name, which is text primary key. Second one's going to be value blob. So data 1 is going to be the object name as a text, and it's going to be the primary key. Same thing for the next one, data 2, data 3, and then P1 score. That's why then the object name tuple, this is basically a primary key tuple. It consists of all the primary keys. Data 1, data 2, data 3, and then P1 score. And then we go cursor execute, and we're selecting the asterisk denotes all from the save data table where the object name is in the object name tuple. Yeah. So there we go. And now this is basically going to do an iteration just like execute many does. It's going to basically iterate through object name tuple in an optimized way to select all the rows that are associated with these primary keys. So then when we do, and we're also checking to see if we can select prior to a commit. So if we insert but don't commit, can we actually select data from the database? Well, we're about to find out. Then we have, this is deserialize for retrieval. Yeah, so we're not worried about that right now. So then we're going to do cursor execute, and then we should do cursor dot fetch all. right? And because we selected all, but now we have to fetch all. And fetch all retrieves all rows from the last query. So we do results equals cursor fetch all. So we'll just say results. I guess that's fine. Results. And this would be a result list, actually. I like to put the data type in the name of the data structure. So if it's a list, I like to put the word list in the name for that structure. Thus, do result list because it's going to be a list, or it should be anyway. So this is going to return a list of the tuples, and this is going to be each row associated with each data point or each primary key. So then we can print result list like so. So we're going to delete the database file, so it's a fresh start. Okay, and let's see if this works. Did we do it right? Okay, we get an error here. At line 66, it says error binding parameter 1. Type tuple is not supported. Bro, what? Select all from save data where object name is in close quotes, comma, and then object name tuple. But it says tuple is not supported. How is tuple not supported? This is literally the same thing they did. IDs equals 1, 2, 3, a tuple. This is object name tuple. Select all from save data where object. Let me try something real quick. Instead of just sitting here like a goldfish with its mouth hanging open. Let's just out of curiosity, let's try this. It's I gotta throw an error. 67. Bro, what is the problem? This is... This be called object name. So this is optional. I'm getting pissy here, okay? Because I should have been done with this. Why does this not work? Bro, you tell me why this doesn't work. Somebody please enlighten me. Insert into save data, object name, value. Okay, well, obviously eggs. We got rid of eggs. Um, let's run it again so I can see this one more time. It's going to throw that error. Line 72. So we have object name tuple. Do we need a comma at the end? That's not going to be why. Yeah, that's not why. Okay. So object name tuple is just a tuple consisting of these strings that are the... Oh! Maybe it's because we didn't commit first. Let's see. Let's do the commit first. Then let's see if different results. Nope, same thing. Okay, so it's not associated with the commit. So apparently... So we have the object name tuple. Then we're doing cursor execute select all from the save data table. That's the correct name. Where the object name, which is the primary key, is in, and then we use parentheses, which is correct, question mark, and then we have close quotations, comma, open parentheses, object name tuple, which is exactly what it does here. It does cursor execute select all from table where ID, aka primary key, in parentheses, question mark, parentheses, close quote, comma, parentheses, the tuple, comma, close parentheses, close parentheses. So, like, how is this? Well, I'm done looking. I'm just going to ask. I'm asking Chibbity Jip. I have to have, like, I'm looking at the syntax here and I'm thinking, oh, did I just mess up on the syntax? But I don't think I did. I think, like, I'm misunderstanding. I'm misunderstanding something. I don't think it's just like a type error. Yeah, I'm not understanding this. Okay, I tried. Let's copy it and pass it to the boss. Let the boss figure this shit out. Cursor. Okay. Why does this throw a programming error? Tuple is not supported. Okay, so let's continue. Fetch all retrieves all rows from the last query. And then we have the update syntax, so the proper syntax for that, we already tested that, was update table set column. We did that here. Yeah, we tested that. And then new value and then ID. Yeah, that's easy. And then yes, asterisk means all columns, but you can specify columns. You'd say select ID name from table. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's pass it the next prompt. So he's going to clarify some important points. Uncommitted select behavior. Within the same internet connection transaction. So like locally, if you do insert into table values 1 test. Then you do select all from table where ID is equal to 1. Result equals cursor fetch 1. Okay. It's going to return the uncommitted row. So it does work. You can select without committing. But from a different connection. So you're trying to extract from a different database. So if you were to do cursor to execute, select from table where ID is equal to 1, result equals cursor to fetch 1. So in that case, if it's not committed, you can't retrieve it. Okay. So does that mean So if cursor 2 stems from the same file as cursor 1, it still won't retrieve the uncommitted data, since merely because it hasn't been committed and is in a different DB. I don't understand that though. Wait. I don't understand. That can't be right. I'm not understanding that correctly. Explain number 1 a bit further. If cursor 2 is associated with a different connection slash DB file, even if cursor 2 was created from the same file cursor 1 was created from. Okay. And then fetch behavior. Cursor execute, select all from table. First equals cursor fetch all. We'll get all rows. And then if you did a second fetch all, it would return an empty list. The cursor is exhausted. Got it. And then each fetch continues from where the last fetch left off. The cursor maintains its position. Each fetch continues from where the last fetch left off. The cursor maintains its position. Update without existing row. This won't throw an error, but won't create a row. So it doesn't throw an error. That's kind of weird behavior. I don't know, like insert throws an error when it already exists, but update doesn't throw an error when it doesn't already exist. That's kind of inconsistent, you know? Just straight up, that's not consistent behavior. The in clause syntax is different. You need to expand the tuple. So wrong was cursor execute, select all from table where ID in tuple of IDs. Correct would be name 1, name 2, name 3. Wait, what? Placeholders equals join. But how did it work before, bro? When you... How did it work in the example before? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. Cursor execute, select from table where ID in. Correct is names equals name 1, name 2, name 3. Placeholders join question mark times. So you're joining each question mark times the length of the name. Really? Is that actually true? So it was only because the placeholder was one question mark and the each element from the tuple was only one character. So if it was a 2-digit character, You would have had to have had two question marks, two placeholders? No way. Question mark times the length of the names. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. Okay, it's the length of the names. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you need 3. But why? You didn't use that before. You didn't use that before. See right here. You didn't. You just said select all from table where ID in, and then you just put IDs. So it wrote it wrong. Unless there's some odd behavior that I'm not, catching. Or like I'm pretty sure that was teacher error. That was me trusting Claude to be right, but Claude was not, in fact, correct. In close text, you need to explain. You need to expand the tuple. It's wrong. Correct. All right. So execute. So it would just be. So we can't use Python language in the context of the execute method call. So we couldn't say length of object name tuple. We have to do that prior. So we would have to do, that's a weird thing. That's just a weird thing to have to do. Placeholders equals joining with a comma. So you're calling join on it, and you're gonna be joining each placeholder with a comma, and you're gonna do it how many times? Length of object name tuple. So if you print placeholders here, you should get 3 or 4 question marks joined by commas. And then you say in placeholders. Oh, so you can use curly braces to insert objects, Python objects into it. The key is creating the right number of placeholders dynamically based on the tuple size. That's weird. That just seems weird. For number 4, the execute doesn't understand that you are passing in an iterable and auto adapting based on the amount of values to Bro, there's no way this is right. No, 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 no. There's no way. No way. No way. I don't believe it. Let's see. No, it got this wrong, bro. It's wrong. That's not right. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right, dude. I don't know. This is not right though. I don't really feel like messing with it right now. I'm done with it. But I know what it just gave me. That was wrong. That was some hallucination. Hold up, bro. Let me just see if I use a list instead. Watch it just require a list. Watch this shit. No, it doesn't support a list either. So let us clarify connection transaction behavior. So if you have the same database file, two different connections, connection 1, okay, and then connection 2. So it's connected to the same database. You have two cursors. Cursor 1 inserts but doesn't commit. And then cursor can't see the data yet. Oh, okay. So if you have two cursors, for whatever reason, well, why would you want to have multiple cursors? Okay, I get you. I get you. Then we have after commit cursor, then you con one commit, then you select gotcha, then it can return data. This is a SQL that uses transaction isolation. Changes aren't visible to other connections until committed. For the in clause issue, here's the exact fix. Placeholders use join times length of names. Oh, it's because of this is a tuple, man. Dumb. Watch. It's gonna work now. Okay, so it does need the gotcha. So you do have to use parentheses around the question mark, and it does need the length of we'll just say so this creates a question mark times this creates a tuple with question mark comma times the length of the, so that would be times 4. No, we can't do it in line like this. So we have to do placeholders join. Let's copy this. So we're joining. We have to do the same thing we did before. Question mark time length of object name tuple. And then we do there we go. Wow, finally. That took a hot minute, bro. Man, that took a long time, and it needs to be deserialized. But it worked. Okay. But we got it now, finally. So it's select. We use an F string. Did it automatically convert this to an F string, bro? Damn, because I don't remember adding in the F for F string. Dude, who added the F? Because I didn't. I added it in. Does it get auto added when you do? Oh, it does. It auto adds it. So if you add in curly braces, it automatically converts it into an F string. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. I was like, bro, a ghost did that. I did not do that. Okay. Oh man, that's a lot of fucking syntax, bro. This is bringing back nightmares of when I was learning how to use like F string and these complicated string, like, man, curly braces, parentheses, close quotes, comma, no tuple for the tuple, no parentheses for the tuple. The talk about a syntax nightmare. Man, this is just stuff that you can't know. You have to just learn it the hard way. Like this is that petty shit. This is what I like to call the petty shit in syntax in computer programming, where you have to have like the fucking detail eye, dude. You have to have the eye of detail, and the knowledge of the perfect syntax, because, bro, just little tiny comma, no comma, parentheses, no parentheses, a comma here. Oh, you forgot, close quote. This not easy, okay? All just to get this, but hey, we did it. We finally got this. We did it. So we're basically through our SQLite tutorial. Finally. So now I know how to use SQLite. Sort of. It's because SQLite uses transaction isolation. Yeah, gotcha. What's happening behind the scenes? The query becomes select from table and da da da, and the names. All right. So last thing, why would you want to have multiple cursors? So multiple cursors can be useful in several scenarios. Concurrent operations, reading from one cursor while writing with another. Oh, so it allows for concurrency. Okay. Multiple cursors allows for same connection concurrency. Let me write this. Multiple cursors for same DB connection allows for write read concurrency for that. I don't think I fully understand that. You know what I'm saying here? I don't think I fully understand that. Like, I get the principle, but so this is for each same connection. So you have multiple cursors for same DB connection unless for write read concurrency for that database. You can use cursor 2 for other operations. Cursor 2 execute and swing to the database. Maintaining different positions. Cursor 1 select from table 1. Okay, so you could have like one cursor for one table. Keep cursor 1's position. Oh, okay. So if you want to select a couple different things, okay. I see. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. And then transaction management. Cursor 2. Cursor 1 execute, update account, set balance. Cursor 2 execute, select from log something. Cursor 2 fetch 1 con commit, else con rollback. Kind of complicated. Okay, I get it. All right, we're done. We did it. We're done for the day. We did our SQLite testing. I don't want to do it no more. I had enough of my little SQLite for the day. All right. An hour 16. So it's been, I would say 6:12. 6:12 to 7:18. So that was an hour and 6 minutes. Wait, that ain't right. Hour 17. Yeah, that's 6:01. I was tripping there. So that's another hour and 15 minutes. So that's 2.5. There you go. And let's put our time right here. I didn't like that. I'm not gonna lie, that was not fun for me. That was not a fun session. Didn't enjoy it. Now we're gonna stage commit and push our changes. So we're at the right project directory. We're gonna do git branch, make sure we're on the right branch. We are, so we're gonna do git add dot to commit everything. I mean, to stage everything. We're gonna do git commit dash m, and there you go. We're gonna commit SQLite test file. Okay, so it's created those because we haven't committed since we created the test. Now we're gonna git push secondary, or nope, that's all right. Git push Canasta is the repo, secondary is the branch. There you go, baby. Push that shit, cuz. Push that shit, cuz. 16 to 16 is 32, bitch. There we go. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see it again. Let's go programming. Projects. Canasta. Copy that. Copy that shit, cuz. Delete that. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Alright. 16, 16, 32. I don't know what he's talking about, though. Alright, that is the date of today. That's today. That is the date. Now, renaming that. Renaming that. Alright, we did it. I didn't have fun. I'm not even gonna cope, okay? I'm not coping today. I didn't have fun. That was not fun. I didn't enjoy it. I usually like learning. I don't like little stupid ass syntax. Comma no comma. Quote no quote no quote. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it. It's gotta be perfect. But some of that stuff is just like, oh god, really? It's straining at a gnat, you know what I mean? It'll really wear you out straining at those little gnats, dude, trying to find like the little tiny thing you did wrong. That causes the whole thing to break. So anyway, didn't enjoy it, but it's done. Have a solid understanding of SQLite, how to use it on a 101 level. So now we graduated SQLite 101. Now I feel comfortable enough to where I could like probably implement it. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna mess it up though because I don't know it that well, but I think we're just gonna go ahead with the refactor and say this was good enough, and we can go ahead and actually like implement that into the refactor. Try to like get some tests done on it, and you know, see if we can get the ball rolling on that, because we need to get that ball rolling, if you know what I mean. All right, dudes. Yeah, so that's it for me.